Hey everyone, Dragonlocks here. So, today, this video is called my first trial at D&D, and part 1. You might be asking why it's a part 1, because, well, you see, okay. Our group called Jager, it's a club in Jackson, for Jackson students. So we were doing a noob trial run for the new people. And so we had lots and lots of problems. First off, we had a Dragonborn who went bonk and almost tried to kill somebody. Here's how the story goes, alright? So we're going to start off with the beginning of the first trial run. So our first trial run was, we were on a boat and we had like about 50 people? Yeah, 40 to 50 people. And so, as the story progresses, our dungeon master, aka our lovely dungeon master teacher, decided that, well, here's how it goes. Our boat was sinking, so one of us started to panic, aka my friend Caleb. We tried to scavenge for stuff, but everything seems to be gone. And we haven't seen our crewmate around. So, we went up to the surface of the boat, and we found out that there is nothing left except for cannons. So we had a person who used dancing lights to call out a signal to see where we are or to find help. Fortunately, some people stayed down just to get the food. Fortunately, there were lots of heavy stuff on the boat at least. So one of my friends decided to throw things off the boat. And it actually worked. It got lighter as it started to get lighter and lighter. As we started putting down stuff, all of a sudden, our dungeon master said that we've been floating up into the air. That means we were so glad. We were like, oh my gosh, we're flying. So basically, there was a wizard who saw a dancing light from one of our friends. Yay! Until one of us accidentally burned the boat when we saw one of our crewmates rowing with all of our shit. Literally rowing with all of the items that we have on the boat, and they decided, hey, they would like to steal it. Of course they would, because they are not a happy people. So I tried to fireball them, but my dungeon master said that they are way too far away. So one of my friends, if you want to know how it's set on fire, one of her friends set it on fire. Now it's covered in part ice. My friend suggested that we should use a raft, and completely, I forgot that the raft was safe until it got burnt down as well. So basically, we are screwed. But the wizard asked if there was an inn anywhere, and yeah, there was, right in town. So we decided to go there, and we met this half ogre with a little old woman named Ma. Yes. Her name's Ma. We had a civil conversation, and when we decided to go to the inn, I stayed outside. So did my other friend, who stayed outside with me, just to keep me company, I guess. But fortunately, when we got to the inn and everyone was relaxing, talking with Ma, there were some silhouettes. So, since I was outside, I asked kindly what is going on. And then all of a sudden, the zombies just started bumping their heads at the window. And then there started a whole invasion of zombies. Everyone started to freak out. We got our battle attacks ready. And basically, almost half of us failed. So, we got one person who was trying to throw the mace. And we actually survived it, I guess. But I don't think it's not working at all. And my Dragonborn friend, who actually just leaned back and just threw Ma like she was a rag doll. Like, I go, what? Why? Everyone just the whole way there, he just John Cena'd her. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah, we had like a whole bunch of group of people, but fortunately, it was bad enough that we have Ma outside the window where I was. So we were deciding to fight the zombies. I use my light bow, scarce fire, but then all of a sudden I miscalculated my target and I hit the window. Suddenly it started to get bigger and more zombies came in. Afterwards, we had more people. We actually defeated all the zombies because one of them was on fire, taking damage, and we got everyone to fight. And then all of a sudden we got one of our friends, I think it was a black scale dragonborn. He threw his weapon but missed the zombie and hit my friend in the face, passed out. I was looking through the window and I was in shock on what was going on. Later then, we knew that Ma is passed out and my friend Caleb, who was a cleric, healed her. Fortunately, she's still passed out, breathing, and when the ogre said, "Why Ma outside?" I told him she went out for a walk. And then he asked, "Why Ma out walking outside?" I had a low charisma, like a 9 charisma, that surely got my attention. I didn't think much of it at first, but hey, Tieflings, we got like lots of gangs around here, so yeah. We got lots of people who go like, "Oh no, we're all gonna die," and then we have people like, "Oh my gosh, why?" Funny thing actually, the troll or ogre, I don't know, I haven't gone into it, wanted to follow us with our adventure. We told him no because he might messed up the adventure, but we tried to convince him not to and to at the same time, but he doesn't seem to listen to me. So after that, we actually felt magic from another way. So we went into the church and there were 2 doors. Well, we went in. One of us went up to the rooftop to scavenge to look up for a while. And To my surprise, when we were about to go and into the dungeon, half of our team went into the left room, we went into the right room. We found a rug, so it was a good item because, the rug was the only thing that kept almost everyone here, kind of. So, yeah. We were out on an adventure. Almost all of us went into the room where we wanted to go. Fortunately, the door got locked down afterwards because we didn't even know that it was a trigger system. So we tried to find our way out, right? But we couldn't seem to find our way out, and now we're basically stuck in here. Until my friend revealed that there is a trap door under the room. Which I'm kind of surprised that I never knew. I looked through books as well, but heck, I couldn't even get through it as well. So, yeah. We went down the trap door to the left person room because, everyone loves going down. So we went down, and it was dark and ominous, right? Fortunately, there was one big problem. It was a whole labyrinth. I'm not lying. It was a labyrinth. So, basically, we got one of our characters who Leroy Jenkins the flippin' way to the other side. Well, I cast light and put it on the wall. It seems to be dark, but hey. To my surprise, we actually made it out, but kind of. When I say kind of, I mean kind of. I mean kind of. So we went through normal, as there's another campaign to the left one, but we're gonna stay on the right till everyone's here. So basically, our campaign is not done yet, but this may be or may not be a scenario that can exist as I expected. So, yeah. Anyways, after we found the room, we actually went into a dark room that is basically dark. We could not see anything. I tried using light, but it doesn't seem to work. So, we had a Dragonborn who just Leroy Jenkins almost everything. And then, to my surprise, we heard a soft thud and a hard thud after we heard a soft thud. He doesn't seem to have the smart idea of what of us is competitive of. As you know, Dragonborns are a little different from Dragonborns. Well, my Dragonborn at least. It's not homebrewed though, so don't worry. Anyways, yeah, we were playing. So after that, we actually met a cult. And they were trying to revive a pet. It was a bee bear. Yeah, bugbear. Yeah, I suppose that they revived it. She had a ring on. Well, later in the story, we know her name is Katie, but she was a demon, and I was stared at confused. Also, I realized that she is still a demon. She wore this ring. It was like a sapphire ring, I think. Well, it was a purple ring on her. We met like almost everyone. We had a guy who was passed out. I think his name was, I don't know, but he seems to do everything that he can as he is just passed out. We got one of our friends stole his clothes and he wore it on. Like literally, who would wear on an old man's clothes that's been in the cult for like what? He said he didn't want. When he woke up, he was confused and said that he didn't want to be in the cult. And we were what? Until we met the demon girl. She seems to be friendly, but there's no explanation why she's down here. All we know is that we had like lots of people ruining. Well, we had a Dragonborn who ruins everything for us. As we know, he's not a clever Dragonborn, but we're used to him being this stupid. Anyways, so basically we actually finished the dungeon afterwards, but one of our friends, who is a halfling, actually got the ring off of her. And I had one of my friends had a tea party with tea, I guess? But we joked about it naming T-pose. But as we know it, everything started to go downhill afterwards. Then, after the cult was done, we actually got out alive at least. But fortunately, to my side of it, I think we end up dying afterwards. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. No, we still got Binding Light, or Caster of Light. Or I cast the light because, Since I was a cleric and we were still on our dungeon level, I asked them if we can leave. We asked to leave, so we all left because that dungeon drive me insane. I didn't go bonkers, but more or less like a go through a morph phase of darkness and brooding. Yeah. That's why we couldn't even trust one of our Dragonborns to do it, since he may or may not try to kill. Well, we had this problem. He almost killed an old lady. He destroys everything, and I tried to stop. Well, when we actually tried to slap him, he actually takes damage. He was on 1 HP now since he hit himself on a wall. Almost anything that is a dungeon. So after that, after everyone escapes, after we got off of the dungeon and saved this woman, the others decided that to check out the catacombs and destroy the bodies. I have no idea why they decide to do that, but I guess it's their thing. So half of us went up to the surface and half of us went down to the surface. It explains a whole lot to the Dragonborn system, but it explains a lot about all the characters. Fortunately, there were 5 people down below, and we were still going for it. Yeah. Also, besides that, we recap almost everything. Well, our friend did. Recap the whole thing about the boat and others. Then we knocked out the old dude again, and then, yeah. We keep killing people. It's not our job to kill people, but I think it's just a matter of seconds of different people who likes to attack. Well, I got pretty mad at him for attacking an old woman. I couldn't even forget that because he destroyed everything. Literally, I could not stand it. But he was our teammate anyways, and I can't TP kill him unless it's the Dungeon Master who does it. Yeah. So anyways, after this whole experience, there were 19. What happened afterwards? After what happened to the other 5 who stayed down there, started to break all the coffins. And there were lots of skeletons. They just drag the coffin and drop it. Yeah, well, that's my first trial run. Part part 2 maybe about the second. Part 2 maybe is about the whole situation of what was going on with our characters. We were critically insane right here. It's the part where we actually almost killed one of our Dragonborns to death. Not me, but we slapped him for making an idiotic decision. We also had some other players who had idiotic decisions too, but it wasn't worse than his. Yeah, it wasn't a good ending. Nothing comes out of it is a good ending, even though we tried to kill our own Dragonborns. Though I ricocheted the whole Dragonborn thing, it was still true. True to my word, we did pass the dungeon at least. At least. If you're wondering what at least is, no shamingly almost stabbing him in the gut. Because we couldn't even deal with him, but hey, he's our teammate. We couldn't deal with others. I mean, it's common now. But yeah. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy my D&D story of the first trial. Don't worry, I'm making part 2 because I'm going to be spectating part 2 of the dungeon. Also, if you want to know about Dungeons and Dragons, here's a brief. Dungeons and Dragons is like a role-playing game, though you can be role-playing or you could just finish the dungeon quickly. It's an easy game and it's fast too, but unfortunately, some of us don't do it so well. Not like me. Because I'm a weird dragonborn. Yeah. Anyways. Hope you guys liked the video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see if I can do more D&D stories since I'm going to be campaigning with my friend Lara here. Well, campaigning after the trial. Yeah. Anyways, enjoy and talk to you soon. Bye.